Want to know the real jungle most painters are trapped in? It's their own business chaos that's devouring their time and their family and their faith. And while the internet's exploding and freaking out over that viral video of the Obamas shown as crazy apes in some crazy jungle clip, you have to focus on your own business and find a way to keep growing it without all kinds of foolish distractions. Today, I'm walking you through how to escape the real life jungle of distraction and disorganization for good. And if you stay all the way to the end, I'll tell you what I thought about that video as a man who's half black and half white. Let's get it. But first, I'm Alessandro Sanford, aka the Sandman, 800K business owner and mentor, and this channel exists to help Christian paint contractors just like you crush chaos and build a business that runs without them so that they enjoy more time, more stability, and more spiritual clarity. In the next few minutes, I'll share the 3 secrets that changed my business. A few years ago, I was running my painting and Christmas lighting business probably the way that most of us do. Talking about long days on site, phone was always ringing, and if I wasn't involved, things either slowed down, or they didn't get done, or they just flat out broke. And on paper, it looked successful, guys. I mean, 100K to 120K in my pocket at the end of the year, it wasn't bad. But the business only worked because I was holding everything together. And I told myself that, that was just what would being a responsible man look like. That's just the way that business is. Have you ever done that to yourself? Have you ever told yourself things that aren't true, but they felt like they were? I told myself this is what successful business owners do. Working 70-hour weeks is just what entrepreneurs do. That's just the way it is. But then one day in the middle of a workday, I got a call that brought my whole life, including my business, to a screeching halt. And that call was about a close family member who had attempted suicide the night before. Now, I got that call while I was on a job site, and I was in another state. So I had to leave the job undone and fly my tail home that same day. Getting that phone call was an absolute gut punch. Brother, let me tell you, in that moment, business stopped mattering, but it didn't stop existing. And I still had to earn money for my family. So suddenly I had a choice I was not prepared for. I could keep running a business that required me to be everywhere and do every role, or I could become the kind of man who built something stable and solid enough to step away from when life demanded it. I didn't have the luxury of time or motivation. I had no other option. A life was at stake. My family was at stake. And here's the thing that changed first. It wasn't my marketing. It wasn't my pricing. It wasn't even my workload. It was my identity. Yeah, who I was inside. I realized that I wasn't failing at building the business I really wanted because I lacked effort. That wasn't it. I'd always been a hard worker, probably like you. I was stuck because I was still operating like a man who owned a job and not a man who owned a business. In my head, I was still the guy who not only could do it all, but I should be doing it all. Probably like you, I got my identity from being the fastest painter, the best Christmas light installer, the job seller, the material picker-upper, the quote follower-upper, the business strategist, the accountant, all of it. And spiritually, I realized something even harder, that I had been carrying responsibilities that God never asked me to carry alone. As I slowed down because I absolutely had to, I started seeing patterns in Scripture that I had missed for years. About business, about order, about delegation, about rest, leadership, multiplication, not hustle, not chaos, not burnout disguised as faithfulness or holiness. And I realized that anyone who had done anything of significance in the Scriptures didn't do it alone. From Moses to Abraham to Noah, Paul the Apostle, and even Jesus had his crew of 12. I had to admit that I wasn't building my business God's way. I was doing it my own way and expecting God to bless my dysfunction. Now, I know you've never done that before, but I had to learn the hard way. And here's what shocked me. The more the business stopped depending on me, the stronger it actually became. People wanted more responsibility, but I was too busy trying to be everything to everyone that I didn't let them. As I trusted people to do what I had no time to do now, my revenue stabilized. My afternoons and evenings came back. And for the first time in a long time, I didn't feel spiritually numb. I felt clear because I had space. I had time to think, to breathe again. Now be honest, how much would you pay for that feeling, even once a week, just to breathe. See, like most Christian contractors, I didn't need more effort or more information. The internet and AI have all the information you need, but it's just more noise because there's no organization or structure to it. What you really need is a clear system, real order, and real accountability, so you can stop carrying everything alone and start living with the freedom that God intended for you, so that you can make it home before 4 p.m. every night, so that you can eat dinner with your family and stop missing those ball games and those recitals that mean so much to your family. This is where most guys miss it, but I'm going to give you 3 secrets to stop the bleeding today. Secret number 1, stop treating your business like a chaotic jungle. Start building order like God designed. In a minute, I'll explain why this one shift alone can cut your chaos in half. But first, let me ask you this. Are your days endless reactive fires? Getting leads, doing jobs, managing flaky helpers or subs, working through lunch because you're too busy, and then on top of all that, office work at night? That's pure jungle mode, brother. God's plan? Stewardship with structure. Separate owner versus laborer roles. And this part changed everything for me, because once I built structure and stopped being the bottleneck, freedom started showing up in my business and my personal life. And here's secret number 2, unlock exponential power with focus. Follow one course until successful. Now hold on, because here's the game changer most painters ignore. You've tried stitching together free YouTube hacks and raising your prices randomly. You've tried hiring casually, but it's all scattered. There's no unifying strategy or philosophy. The exponential power comes from focus. Follow one course until successful. Now I want you to start small. I want you to document one repeatable process that always requires you to be present today, like your daily job site process. Seriously, right now, pick one high leverage area, like your sales process, or your painting process, or delegating a specific role like project manager or administrator, and then go deep until you fix it and it sticks. Do not bounce around. That's what brought you to this chaos in the first place. When you fix focus and fix one thing, that's how you turn chaos into productive multiplication. Imagine this: one focused and dialed in system compounds your results. What if you fixed your on-site job process so you don't have to start the job every morning, or run to pick up all the supplies? Or even if you don't have to be on site at all, what other tasks could you be free to do that would actually move your business forward in a meaningful way? How much more money and time could you be earning if you could focus on the $250 an hour tasks like marketing, getting leads, and selling jobs? When you do this, you free up your time, your profit climbs, and spiritual clarity returns, because you're not running on fumes anymore. And this is where most guys miss it, because the hustle trap keeps you average. Focus launches you into the stratosphere. Secret number 3, reignite your spiritual fire by working with God to build your business. In a minute, I'll tie all this together, but your business shouldn't compete with your faith. It should be an expression of it. Matthew 7 talks about the wisdom of building your life on the rock of Jesus' words. And Proverbs 24:3-4 says, by wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. That means your business is suffering by not accessing and applying the wisdom of the Bible every single day. So what do I mean by your business needing to be an expression of your faith? Well, are you building your business on biblical principles? Or are you just trying hacks from YouTube that you see online? Or maybe you're just doing what another painter modeled for you. He was probably winging it like most guys and keeping things together with bubblegum and duct tape. Building your business model on anything but the solid rock principles of Scripture will only lead you to more of the same frustration that you have been feeling. Here's what I want you to do. Read through the book of Proverbs once a month for the next 3 months and ask God to reveal things that you need to see regarding how to build your business. I promise you'll start to identify principles to start implementing in your business today. You can also tune into my social media accounts, because I love sharing the biblical business wisdom that I have been learning and that I am learning as I build my business right alongside you. You can't shortcut this process, and you can't live your business life like every unbeliever and expect God's kind of results. So that's how you can avoid the trap of being distracted by the latest jungle controversy controversy and all the disorganization that creeps into your business. If this is all hitting home, here's what's next. Like this video if it helped you, and subscribe for more ways to crush contractor chaos, build a business that runs without you, and reignite your spiritual fire. And now, as promised, here's my take on that controversial Truth Social video. I am not offended by it because I can only be offended if I give someone the power to offend me, and I almost always choose to not give away that power. I do think that whoever posted that video didn't see that part of the video. And I also don't think there was any bad intention in the post. If you watch the original video in full, the controversial clip comes from that there are other political figures that are pictured as animals. But I do think President Trump should have apologized, as it is an offensive image, and I believe in a higher responsibility level for leadership. If that happened under my leadership, I would apologize. But that's not the kind of man Trump is. He's a fighter, 10 toes down, even on stuff I think he shouldn't be. All in all, it's just the latest thing to be outraged about. Stay focused on your business, your family, and most importantly, on God. I'll see you on the next one.